Part 1. The Disappearance. It was a crisp October evening in the quiet suburb of Greenfield, where Jessica Miller, a 28-year-old elementary school teacher, was making her usual stop at the local supermarket. Greenfield Market. The store was well lit and bustling with families preparing for the upcoming weekend. Jessica, known for her kindness and dedication to her students, enjoyed these mundane errands as a break from her hectic schedule. As she strolled through the produce section, she noticed a man in his 30s, dressed in a dark coat and a baseball cap, who seemed out of place. He was loitering near the entrance, glancing around nervously. Jessica felt an uneasy chill, but dismissed it as paranoia. After selecting her groceries, she proceeded to the checkout line, where the man reappeared. He approached her with a hesitant smile, asking for directions to a nearby street. Jessica, always willing to help, tried to assist him despite feeling increasingly uncomfortable. His responses were disjointed, and he seemed to avoid eye contact. After a brief and awkward exchange, Jessica hurriedly completed her purchase, eager to leave the store. As she exited, the man's unsettling presence lingered in her mind. She hastened to her car, her pace quickening as she noticed the man following her from a distance. Her anxiety escalated when the man abruptly blocked her path, a look of desperation in his eyes. Before she could react, he seized her, and within moments, Jessica was forced into the back of a dark van. The vehicle sped away, leaving no trace behind. Part 2. The Abduction. The following morning, Jessica's absence was noted when she failed to arrive at work and didn't answer her phone. Her colleagues, alarmed by her uncharacteristic silence, contacted her friends and family. When they discovered her car still parked at the supermarket, a wave of panic swept through her loved ones. The police were called, and Detective Laura Evans, a veteran investigator known for her sharp instincts and relentless pursuit of justice, was assigned to the case. The initial investigation revealed a lack of witnesses and minimal clues. Security footage from the supermarket offered no clear image of the suspect, and the van's license plate was obscured. Despite the challenges, Detective Evans was determined. She interviewed Jessica's friends and family, piecing together her last known movements and interactions. The case quickly gained media attention, heightening public concern and fueling speculation. Part 3. The investigation begins. Detective Evans focused on the supermarket security footage, examining every frame meticulously. Though the footage was grainy and unclear, she managed to identify a few key details: the suspect's clothing, demeanor, and the partial license plate of the van. This partial plate number led her to a rental agency, where she discovered the van had been rented under a fictitious name. The rental agency provided a description of the individual who had rented the van, a man fitting the description of the one Jessica had encountered. With this new lead, Detective Evans delved into the suspect's background, uncovering that he was Aaron Brooks, a felon with a history of violent crimes. The police launched a citywide manhunt for Aaron Brooks, employing every resource at their disposal. They combed through abandoned properties, conducted door-to-door inquiries, and utilized media coverage to gather tips from the public. Despite their efforts, Aaron managed to elude capture, and Jessica's family grew increasingly desperate. Part 4. A frantic search. As days turned into weeks with no sign of Jessica, the case began to grow cold. The community's anxiety was palpable, and public pressure mounted. Detective Evans, undeterred, continued to follow every lead. Her determination led her to re-examine the evidence, focusing on Aaron Brooks' known associates and possible hideouts. A breakthrough came when a local resident reported seeing a vehicle matching the description of Aaron's van parked near a remote cabin in the woods. Detective Evans immediately pursued this lead, coordinating with local law enforcement to conduct a thorough search of the area. The cabin, located miles from the city, was rented under another false name. The police obtained a search warrant and approached the cabin with caution. Inside, they found evidence of recent activity, discarded food wrappers, a sleeping bag, and personal items. However, there was no sign of Jessica, and the search of the surrounding area yielded no additional clues. Part 5, a breakthrough. The search for Jessica continued, but leads remained scarce. Then, a local gas station attendant reported seeing a man resembling Aaron Brooks refueling a vehicle similar to the one used in the abduction. Detective Evans seized this opportunity and set up surveillance around the gas station, hoping to catch a glimpse of Aaron or gather more information. Weeks passed, and the tension among Jessica's family and the community remained high. Finally, the long-awaited break came when Detective Evans and her team spotted Aaron Brooks at the gas station. He was fueling up and appeared nervous, his demeanor matching witness descriptions. The police initiated a high-speed chase as Aaron attempted to flee. The pursuit was tense and fraught with danger, but law enforcement managed to corner Aaron after a dramatic standoff. Despite his attempts to evade capture, Aaron was arrested and taken into custody. Part 6, the rescue. With Aaron Brooks in custody, Detective Evans turned her attention to unraveling the truth behind Jessica's disappearance. After intense interrogation, Aaron reluctantly revealed the location where Jessica was being held. The police acted swiftly, coordinating with local authorities to execute a rescue operation. Following Aaron's instructions, the police arrived at an isolated warehouse on the outskirts of town. The structure was dilapidated and overgrown with vegetation, blending into the desolate landscape. Inside, they discovered Jessica, who was in a weakened state but miraculously alive. Jessica was taken to the hospital, where she received immediate medical treatment and psychological support. The ordeal had left her traumatized, but she was surrounded by her loving family and friends. The rescue brought a wave of relief and gratitude to those who had been anxiously awaiting her return. Part 7, the aftermath. The case against Aaron Brooks proceeded to court, where he faced multiple charges, including kidnapping, assault, and false imprisonment. The trial attracted considerable media attention, highlighting the bravery of Jessica and the tireless efforts of Detective Evans. Jessica's return to her normal life was challenging, but she found solace in advocacy work. She used her experience to support crime victims, sharing her story to raise awareness and encourage others to speak out. Her strength and resilience inspired many, and she became a symbol of hope for those affected by similar tragedies. Detective Laura Evans received accolades for her dedication and skill in solving the case. The resolution of Jessica's abduction brought closure to her family and the community, reaffirming the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. As time passed, Jessica continued to rebuild her life, drawing strength from her experiences and using her voice to advocate for change. The scars of her ordeal remained, but she emerged as a beacon of courage and hope, reminding others that even in the darkest times, there is always a chance for light to shine through.